ChatGPT can be a great asset for a DM. In this particular in this particular case, I started to come up with this concept of a ratdom, a rat kingdom. And these rat folk, I made a custom creature of some rat folk, and they're living in the sewers. And I'm thinking we need some other random monsters in there. I asked it to give me a couple of ideas, which none of them really hit the mark. But one of the things that came out of it was a sewer golem or an alchemical sludge horror. And I kind of like the idea of a sludge golem. This kind of sparked the idea. AI is not the end all be all, but I like it. And then I came up with, hey, give me some names for this sewer golem sludge horror, and it came back with some other names, but I didn't like any of them other than the sludge golem. So now I want it to make me a stat card. Can you give me a stat card for the sludge golem? And what this is going to do is should give me, based on D&D 5th edition, because we've been talking D&D 5th edition up to this point, it should give me everything I need to create a construct based off of ooze. These are the stats, 20, saving throws, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. All right, this looks pretty good. Let's take this and punch it right in. Now, since it has ooze, I wonder if ooze stat block is close to this. What's the CR rating for this? So it's giving it a 6. That might be a bit high for what we're trying to do, but it's armor class 14, 110 hit points. That's actually not bad. Let's take this anyway, and we'll create a custom character. While I'm setting that up, I'm going to ask it to give me an image for it. Since we're in the ChatGPT, can you give me an image of the... I always spell image incorrectly. For some reason, I don't know why. Image of the sludge golem. Holy cow. For the stat card. Alright, let's see what that comes back with while we're waiting. I already made my rat folk. I'm going to create another monster. Kind of curious. I wonder what an ooze would be. Let's just take a look at ooze. Gray ooze. Let's take the gray ooze as a base, and we'll do a complete adjustment from there. I can't imagine that's going to be awfully bad. It's going to fill in a lot of it, specifically because it's already a construct ooze. So we'll start with that. We'll call it the oh my gosh, sludge golem. I'm not sure if I might want to make him bigger than medium though. So, right off the bat, I'm thinking large. I don't think huge or gigantic, but large. And then we can go back to our image is still being created. We can go back to our stats. We have traits. So let's just take all of this, copy it. Here's our trait section. Highlight it all, paste it. Let's give it a quick read. The sludge golem can move through the space as narrow as 6 inches wide, very similar to an ooze. Ooze-infused body. The golem is hit with a slashing damage. The ooze spawn. Oh. That's interesting. Do we want to keep that? Maybe we'll keep it for now. We'll see how that plays out. Sewer stench. Creatures that start their turn within 10 feet of the golem must succeed a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned till the next turn. I kind of like that, actually, because we are in the sewers. And to be close to them, that means somebody can be up there whacking and slashing, not afraid because I'm raging. Well, your Constitution might not be so good. And that could pause their advance a little bit. So that's kind of cool. Magic resistance. Golem has advantage on saving throws against spells and magic effects. That's kind of cool. Sewer bound. The golem ignores difficult terrain created by water, sludge, mud, slime, all that good stuff. Yep, that sounds about right. Now for the attack actions, this is where all this mumbo jumbo between the brackets and curly brackets and so forth, we want to try and keep at least some of this. So let's go back to our actions. So the golem makes a slam attack and has a corrosive vomit. That's kind of cool. He can engulf somebody. Interesting. All right. That's pretty neat. So let's grab all this. Whoop, I don't think we need all that. Just to here. Copy that. And we're not going to get rid of the pseudopod for just a second, and I'll explain why in just a moment. We're going to... Second thought, I'm going to bring it down here. I'm going to add it to the end. We'll get rid of the pseudopod in a second, but we're going to do paste here. Okay. So the melee attack, here we have the slam attack plus 8, right? So what we're going to want to do is take this melee attack. I don't think we're going to do acid with this and all this extra text. So what we want is the melee attack with the rollable to the closing tag of /rollable. So we're going to copy that. Oh, it does take acid damage. That's interesting. But I don't think we're going to do all this extra stuff here. So the melee attack is 8, right? We're going to take this. We'll just do paste for that. So their melee attack is going to be a plus 8, as we see here. So we're going to make this 8, which means when we're actually rolling the dice, we're going to make that an 8. Type of roll. This is going to be not a pseudopod. This is going to be a slam attack. And it's within 5 feet, one target. On a hit is 16, not 14, or 4. So we're going to say 16 is the average damage. But we're going to do 2d10 plus 5 instead of a 1d6. So it's going to be 2d10 plus 5. That's pretty devastating for first level, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We'll come back and make some adjustments for this creature, I think. Probably. And it is going to be... That's what's displayed is the 2d6. Now we have to actually make it so it's rollable. The dice notations itself. 2d10 plus 5. And this is, again, going to be for the slam, not the pseudopod. And it is bludgeoning damage. We have bludgeoning damage here, so bludgeoning damage. Then we come out of the rollable to back to the text, which is bludgeoning damage plus 7, 2d6. It's almost identical to the acid damage from above, because this had 2d6, but instead of the damage type is acid, but it's rolled from the pseudopod. So the roll action of the pseudopod will make that slam. But the damage type is still acid from bludgeoning damage plus 7. Perfect. So now we don't need all the pseudopod because we're not going to affect the party's cumulative AC or anything like that. So all of this now, now that we have the text we need, we can get rid of that. We can even do something like this just to clean it up a little. And now that we have all that, we can even get rid of this because we've already duplicated it here. Now here we're doing corrosive vomit, recharge 5, golem spews, acid, 5 feet. Here we got the D6 acid. So here we do the same thing as we did here, the rollable. Let's take rollable to rollable. Copy that. Basically plug it right in here. And I don't know, I do know why it's like that. Kind of annoying. Doesn't have to be that. I want to make this 8d6 anyway. So 8, that's what's displayed. This is what's actually rolled. And this is going to be vomit. We'll just call it vomit. Don't need the S there. Get rid of that. That's pretty good. Half as much on a success. Alright, and then the engulf. Medium small creature. The creature must succeed. Saving throw, be blinded, blah, blah, blah. Here we go again. Acid. So paste. Put that roll in there. This is going to be 4. 4. And the rest of it is pretty much straight up text. That should be fine. Right. Going back to our information here. I think that's all of it. Oh, we need these stats. That's right. We're going to see if these stats are the same. Moving 20, 14, 110 stats, and our saving throws and so forth. In fact, let's go, let's go here. Okay, so we said the armor class was 14. Average hit points 110. And then we've got 26, 17. 26, 17. 383. 383. Hit points and so hit dice, and if it's important to you, you can add that, I'm sure. It's 13d10. So here would be 13 d10. Hit point modifier is plus 39. That's pretty big. And now we have our saving throw proficiency. Saving throws con plus 6. So saving throw proficiency con. I think that's correct. Damage resistance to acid, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and non-magical attacks. Immune to poison. So acid, bludgeoning, piercing, acid. I think if we just click on here, we get resistance. Is there acid in here? Or is it all bludgeoning? Piercing, slashing, but I don't know about the acid. Oh, here it is, acid. Separate, doesn't add it to it. And then immunities, we have immunity to only poison. According to our happy little AI that helped us here. Condition immunities, Blind charm deafening. Oh, that's damage. This is condition immunity. Which one was the other one? Oh, this was condition. Oh. Damage immunity was poison. Sorry. Gotta go down here and do poison immunity. And then this. What doesn't it do? It like seems to have all of them. The blinding, deafening, exhaustion, charmed. Frightened, paralyzed, petrified, and poison. Petrified, poison, paralyzed, and frightened. Okay. Senses. Blind sight 60 feet. And then blind beyond that radius. And passive is 9. So passive perception is 9. Where was the senses? Oops. Senses are down below. Here we go. Look at that. Blind sight 60. It's already set. Perfect. Oh, the CR rating is 6. So up here we probably want to make... where is that? Is that up here? Yes. 6. Well, it shows up correctly. All right, what are we missing? Walking speed. Should be skills. Stealth, not so much. Movement. 10 and 10. We're going to make that 20, 20. Oh, cancel. Because we're going to make changes. You son of gun. I think we may have lost everything we just did. Oh, because we didn't save it first. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. I don't know, maybe we got lucky there. 20, save. Climbing, I think it was climbing, right? 20. Chat said climb, 20. All right. Think we are pretty much good here, other than, ooh, that's the image it gave us. All right. Sure. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to take a screen capture of it. Let's do not quite the full image. 5. That looks pretty good. We'll leave it like that. Save that as sludge. Kind of saving it off screen. You don't see that, but that's okay. You'll see it in just a second. I'm going to expand this because we're going to give us an image of our sludge monster. Copy. Large. Sludge. I think that's it. We've created our monster. I don't think I missed anything. Well, let's take a look. Let's save here. We have our sludge monster. I think if we even expand this, we can even see the avatar down here. There he is. And if we go to my map, and I look at sludge, whoop, well, there he is, sludge column. Boom. Rawr. Now let's look at his stat block here. 14, 110. There's all of his abilities. That's not sure about stealth, but that's kind of cool in the sewer. I think a +2 on his stealth is not a bad thing. All right. There's all the traits, his actions. Make 2 slam attacks. Let's see what those look like when we swing away. It's a +8. There's 2d10 +5, so 2d10 +5. That's good. We have acid, which is 2d6. Roll that out. That's good. Here we have a corrosive acid. 8d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is correct. 2d6 off of the engulf. 4d6, sorry. 4d6. That seemed to work. That all looks good. And that is how you make a monster. a little Christopher Walken for you. There it is. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I hope that helps you create a monster from scratch, so to speak. Utilizing a pre-made monster to help augment some of that. The biggest thing you got to take into consideration is these rollable sections. It's a good idea to take a copy of it, put it in Notepad, and be able to use it on other monsters, making adjustments for what the plus to hit, the actual die itself, the rollable for damage, so forth and so on. I think the one thing that we haven't talked or scratched the surface on are the spells for a specific custom monster, which I think is best utilized from copying off another monster. Anyway, either way, I hope this sludge monster golem sample helped bring a little light to how to create these custom monsters for your D&D session. If you have any questions or concerns, leave a comment down below. We'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, enjoy. And thanks for watching.